Good morning, everybody. Hello. Do you see this? It's like constant swelling. This is what happens to me. Can't go to the doctor right now, so you're welcome. I get to wake up with this every morning. Anyway, I digress because when I do these videos, I have to see it. Hate it. Mount Whitney. I'm very social distance from Mount Whitney. But I dream of being there because I still think of like these valleys that I saw, and I was like, yeah, I could just like hike up some food and wake up every morning to that. I could manage that for a week. Unfortunately, all the national parks are closed, so they wouldn't let me pass the gate. But it's federal land. I could maybe just hike past the gate. Dream big, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to start today. We're going to go over problems that I had assigned my class for homework. So if you aren't in my class, just follow along because it's still work, right? And then just for a hot second, going to talk about inequalities, right? Got a lot of inequality going on in the world. Okay, so this was problem number 1 that we did. And some students were having struggles with the extra steps and the combining the like terms. So question first, where's your equal sign? It's right there. Okay, you have to find this first. You are the analyst. Okay, I can't do this for you. I've had so many students, and I'm gonna just call it out right now. There are sometimes teachers who will end up doing this for you and giving you a passing grade. And I say, what was the point of that? You have to be the analyst. You have to be the one to look outside and say, oh, it's sunny out. I can go outside and like go for a run or go for a walk with my friends, right? Versus, oh, it's raining. If I walk outside now, droplets of water will fall upon me and fill my clothing with moisture and make me cold. You make that analysis, right? Or, oh, it's raining outside. Drops of water are falling to the earth, so I'll put on protective clothing, which we usually call, rain jackets. Go out into the earth. We make these assessments every day. You don't every day go to someone, what should I wear? It's sunny out. What should I wear? No, we go, do you know how warm it's supposed to get today? And I go, oh, let's check the app on my phone. Oh, it's supposed to get to 70. 70, that's awesome. I'm wearing shorts. We make these assessments for ourselves. But somehow here, someone else is supposed to do it for you, and then you just pass. Does that make you feel good about yourself? I want to know things. I want to know. When I watch someone else do something that I don't understand, I'm just like, teach me. So you're assessing this, okay? You are. I can only do my best to show you what to look for. The first thing you look for is, where is my equal sign? And as we're going to talk about inequality, sometimes it's not an equal sign. So that's where it's like this, where is this comparative tool, right? For today, it's equals. So we have all this is the same as 9. Now, the second question is, where is my variable? Okay? And we look and go term, variable, term. Remember when we go through terms? We learned about terms. Term, constant. Term, variable term. My variable is in 2 places. So, what we do in the analysis of our brains, because you guys are all budding mathematicians with deep and complex problem-solving skills, you say, okay, I have to ignore the 9 for a little while because I got to tidy up my clothes over here, which I do. I have a big pile on my bed. And I already have another pile of laundry to do. I haven't even cleaned the stuff that's there. So we have to organize this side first. If there was mess over here, we would organize that mess also. Just give yourselves a plan. So we have done nothing yet. Nothing. Except for analyze. What's the weather like? The weather is, here's our balance, right? This is our comparative tool, which is an equal sign today versus an inequality, right? And I have my variable is in 2 spots. I can't get the answer unless I can condense my variable into one spot. Okay? So how do we do that? We combine like terms, right? So 2x minus 3x. Well, I had we can do a number line if we need to, right? When we talked way back about signed numbers. But so I have 2 of something. This belongs, so I'm going to use the commutative property of addition to reframe this. I have 2x minus 3x plus 4 equals 9. I just rewrote this because I want us to realize this negative goes with the 3x. So it doesn't matter what x is. Let's just think of the signed numbers right now, right? So start at 0. I had 2 in the positive direction, right? So I'm here. You remember doing this. Watch all the videos, you'll remember. But then I went 3 in the negative. 1, 2, 3. So I went plus 2 minus 3. Well, where did I land in relation to 0? At negative 1, right? So we have negative 1 what's? We have negative 1 x. Okay? Now, if it's helpful for you to write the 1, write it. If it's not, you can just write negative x. But you need to understand this is key. Important. Important. Okay? Plus 4 equals 9. Now we can do inverse operations, and we'll find it's relatively easy. Okay? So, the addition, but now we're going to subtract, right? Inverse operation. The inverse of addition is subtraction. We carry this down. The negative goes with the x. Negative x equals 9 minus 4, right? I've got 9. Oops, 9 minus 4 is 5, right? But x is not equal to 5. Negative x equals 5. All right, so we got to red rover this. Red rover, put the negative right over. Okay? So operationally, I'm going to erase my number line here for a bit. Operationally, what's happening is either you multiply both sides by negative 1 or you divide both sides by negative 1. You can add x to this side and subtract 5 to that side. You have a lot of options, right? Because this negative can be taken care of through addition. We can add it over and make it positive, but then we have to flop the 5 back to the other side of the ollie oxygen free. Or we can multiply because 2 negatives make a positive. So over here, if we multiply by negative 1, right, we have to do the same thing. Over there, this makes this positive x. Yeah, I shifted my x, I know. And that makes this negative 5. And that's the answer. X is negative 5. Now, what we usually do as teachers is we tell kids to go back in and see if their answer makes sense, if it creates a solution. So this whole side is equal to 9, is the same as 9. So if I put negative 5 in for here, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. I'm going to write real tiny up top, but you can see it. Negative 10 plus 4, that didn't change. Negative 5 times negative 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. So now we're just thinking 3 times 5 is 15. Now, is that equal to 9? Tiny question mark. Well, let's do our number line and see if we land on 9. Here's the plus, here's the minus. We start at 0. So we went negative 10, right? Negative 10. Then we added 4. Whoop, wherever we are, we're right here now. Where is that? That's at negative 6, right? But then we're adding 15. So plus 15, which lands us where? Well, negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 15, or 15 minus 6, is 9. We did it. okay? I will always do the problem the long way, okay? Always. I'm showing you a route that you know with like right angles. You go down this street, 6 blocks, then you take a left, 8 blocks, then you take a right, 1 block, and you're there, right? I'm gonna always do it that way. As you get used to that route, you might go, yeah, but I can save time by cutting through that open field and going in the back door of the building that I want to. That's totally fine and fair. And you should do that. I encourage you to find those things. But it's when you have a route to get there that you build confidence to finding shortcuts. You don't look for a shortcut when you have no idea where you're going, do you? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. If you tell your friend, how do I get to your house? And they tell you, or like you put maps in your phone and it's like, at the corner, turn right on Lake Avenue. You're not like, I'm going to go left. Adventure time. Shortcut. Right? That's not a shortcut. That's like, the thing is, you're so used to the digital world, your maps will reroute you. It doesn't mean that, like, you have any idea where you're going. Again, do you want to be beholden to your, maps the rest of your life? If COVID-19 is teaching us anything, it's that we need to have some skills for ourselves, right? All right. So that's the first one. The answer was -5. Let's do this one. Okay, I'll do this one faster. So I'll go way off to the side. I wish I could. I'm not a lefty, but we can try. Should we try? Okay. So we'll try. I'm going to do left hand. When I broke my right hand, I had to do everything left-handed. So here's our other problem. Where is the equal sign? Where is the place of comparison? It's right here, okay? And if you have no place of comparison, all you can do is simplify. You cannot solve it. You have nothing to understand. So it's right here. I'm going to do my little balance line, lefty. Learn something new every day. Okay, so where are your variables? Well, here's a variable, right? I'm getting a lot of dings. I don't know if you can hear them. And here's a variable. Ooh, they're on opposite sides of the equal sign, okay? So if they're on opposite sides of the equal sign, right, then we have to combine them, but across the equal sign, okay? So you're still combining like terms, but you have to use inverse operations to do that, okay? So -3, or this is positive, so we want to move this over here. So inverse operation is negative, right? So -3m. I can write upside down, but I don't know that I'm very good with my left hand, even though I did have to do it for several months when I broke my right hand. Okay, we're subtracting 3m. That's a minus. 3m. All right. So over here, 8 minus 3, again, it doesn't matter what m is at this point. We're going to solve for it. We just need to know that we had 8 of them and we took 3 away. So now we have 5 of whatever this is, right? This goes down, -12, stays the same. And then over here, this goes down. And this left over is positive. Now, in the world of math, we don't usually write the positive, do we? So I could say +3, but I usually just write 3. And I'm getting some glare. Look at that. That's like the handwriting that my dear grandmother had right before she was passing away, like, because her fine motor, she still had perfect penmanship, but there was a little quake to it. That's what mine looks like, but just because I have writing with my left hand. All right. So now maybe we can see what our next steps are. We have subtracted 12, so we have to add it. Here's our variable. Let's analyze again. Sorry, let's analyze again. Our variable is here, and it's in one place, and that's what we wanted, right? So now we're going to do inverse operations to get this alone. So we subtracted 12. We need to add it because adding is less powerful. We went over this. It's multiplication is batched addition. So that's why I'm going to get rid of this later, because this is all batched up. Oh, that lefty job didn't look so good. I'm trying my best. I'm baby stepping. I'm doing the work. All right, so over here we have 5 m's. And that equals, right, because negative 12 plus 12, we're just back at 0 if we add our number line. Number line, don't forget if you want to verify for yourself. And 3 plus 12 is what? 15, right? Now maybe we're seeing it. This is multiplied, so the inverse of multiplication is division, 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 division. No? So 5 divided by 5, that's the identity. Anything over itself is 1. That's what we want. 1 times m, multiply it, any number by 1, and you just get that number, which is what we wanted, because we want the identity. We want m alone. Equals 15 divided by 5. Right, get my Skittles again. I have 15 of them, my jelly beans. Divide them into 5 equal parts, I get 3. M is 3. Okay? Could we have done this different ways? Sure. You could have recognized, like, oh, I have 8, when I take away 12 is the same as 3. Adding 3. So, I mean, you could sit there and ponder it for a while and come up with 3. I don't doubt it. But algebra is a method of problem solving. Okay? It's a method. All right, I'm not going to talk about inequalities because we're already way on time. Because we do these the slow way. All right. Stay safe. Have a good one. I'm going to do a few more problems for homework today if you're in my class. Otherwise, just keep on keeping on. And really, I hope that... All right. Bye.